Okay, we're back. Let's gamify some touch control here.
So we've got Cameron demonstrating clusters. I've got a tee right at 15 feet away from our phantom hole right there. You can use a ball mark or another tee. And the goal of this task is we've got this 5-ball set that Cameron's working through right now. His goal is to get all those balls to finish within this 10% of the target distance range. So we want a cluster of balls about 1.5 feet from that 15-foot target right there. And as you're going through it, we're doing some pretty important things, right, Cam?
Yep.
Yeah, so there's some air detection that's going on right here. You're testing your ability to really consistently on this flat putt generate the same amount of speed, yes?
Correct.
And the value to that is what?
Well, each time is a learning experience. Each putt that I hit gives me a point of feedback. So for instance, the first putt I left 6 inches short of the Phantom Cup. The second one I did the same. And as soon as I hit the second one, my brain went through this quick calculus that said, yeah, it felt about the same. So I'm calibrating to exactly what 15-foot force or roll speed is on this green, which enabled the third putt to happen, which got to the very back edge. The fourth one, quite frankly, I was kind of listening to what you were telling me or what you were telling the viewers, and so I was distracted, which I guess in that sense is a good focus challenge, isn't it?
Exactly.
So the final putt here, I've passed if I can keep this one inside that same kind of area of balls that's clustered together. And yes, I think that's really close.
I think you did it too.
Yeah, and so now what we do is we get to advance. Far too often we see golfers generally, from the highest level all the way down to recreational players, introduce too much quick variability into their practice. They'll put down 1, maybe 2 putts. They'll putt one to a hole on the right, then they'll move to a hole on the left. They'll go collect them and do it again. Really how we get better is we build around a level of consistency or sameness. So we do one thing really well, and then we kind of take a step up the ladder to a little bit more difficult. And so for me now, what's more difficult is when I take another 10-foot distance further away. So I'll change from 15 foot to 25 feet and I'll do it again. Yeah. Still, this time, working with that same rule of 10% error, I'll give myself 2.5 foot clustering golf balls around that target. And then I'll perhaps introduce some variability by changing either the game that I'm playing or going and teeing off. And we introduce variability on the golf course.
Yeah, so there's 2 different settings that we would use this in. One is a challenge. Mm-hmm. This is to maybe end a practice session where you're trying on that last putt to move on to the 25 foot. I'm sure that there was some element of pressure. Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. And so we want to try to simulate that in the practice. Also in a warm up, as you say, like before I go to the first tee, I want to get calibrated to not only the greens, but then my feels for the day, right? What does 15 feet feel like to me? So there's a couple different scenarios where you can use clusters to hopefully improve your touch and avoid 3 putts.